Hello everyone. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that you all made it back to our little meeting here. It sure has been a long night, hasn't it? So, in case you all, well, I feel like surely you know what happened. I don't know how you can be at this party currently that we've been attending for the month of July and not know what is happening. So, as you know, we are all currently at a Gnormville party. We'll call it a dinner party, perhaps a barbecue, maybe even. So we are all at a Gnormville party, and the murderer, or the owner of the Gnormville campground, is no longer with us. It's very, very sad. Sorry for the giggle. Perhaps whenever inappropriate things happen, I giggle. I'm not sure what that was. Anywho, so the owner of the Gnormville campground is no more. It's a very tragic situation that we all have on our hands. Not sure what is taking law enforcement so long, but at this point it's a tad bit ridiculous, don't you agree? So, possibly because we're so far out, Gnormville's a little, we'll say, hard to find. Mystical, magical, hard to find. So, perhaps that's why. Either way, we are all here this evening, and we are trying to figure out amongst ourselves who the possible suspect could be. Where the scene is that has taken place, so far we just know word of mouth that something has happened. We haven't left, this building really, this spot in Gnormville. I don't know. Anyway, we haven't really left, this spot, so we're still really not sure where the scene is. We do know that it's not the yarn corner because we were all able to make it safely to here, so now we're just hanging out in the yarn corner. And we don't know what the weapon is, so we just, like I said, from word of mouth pretty much know what is happening. I also noticed that I have this yarn end that is sticking out and it's driving me crazy. It's been a wild night, you all. So anyway, so I had to go grab my Friday the 13th Nightmare on Elm Street cardigan for the festivities. So I'm so glad, like I said, that you all are still here. I'm happy that everyone's safe. Once again, please be aware that you're at a crime scene, so perhaps don't touch things. Pay attention to what your neighbor says. Also, watch what you say to your neighbor. You know what I mean? Alright, so we have discovered who it's not. I can tell you all that. It's been a little bit since we've met up. We all took a little break for a minute. And I have some more people, places, things to mark off of our list. A few more nouns to mark off of our list. So, that's good news. The bad news. I have a tad bit of bad news. This whole time, we discussed that it's, was one of the usual people that attend the Gnormville party. Everyone here that's currently attending the party is obviously new to the Gnormville party, but turns out, I'm pretty sure, that one of the new Gnormville attendees is possibly our prime suspect. I'm under the suspicion, I suppose, that is possibly the truth. So I will just let you all know. Once again, be very leery. Be very weary leery and weary of your neighbor and what you divulge. Perhaps what they divulge. Perhaps you will hear all sorts of information from your neighbor. Just pay attention. Okay. So, if you have not seen these before and you're almost 5 minutes into this video, you're like, who's this? What's happening? Hello, my name is Ashley. You've made it to a little spot on the YouTube streets called Stitching Ain't Easy, where you never quite know what's gonna happen here. So, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Alrighty. We are right in the midst, as I'm sure you can tell by the title, of Solvin Ain't Easy. So, we were playing a murder mystery game, much like Clue, registered trademark, not associated with it, so it's not the same. We are two completely different entities. We were just, get ideas from places. Alright, cool. So, anywho, we are at Gnormville. Okay, in case you don't know what Gnormville is. What? Gnormville is our little gnome village. Norm is the mayor, and so therefore it's the town named after Norm. I will link our Gnormville video below. So, anywho, we are attending a dinner party, and something tragic happened to the owner of the Gnormville campground. It's absolutely awful. And so we're all trying to stay together so that way, everyone knows that we're safe. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that perhaps the murderer walks among us. I don't know. So anywho, but what else we're doing, I suppose, is crochet related, because we're using it as a family blanket. So if y'all have been here for a while, you know what a family blanket is and how much fun they are. So family blanket's kind of our thing. There are 5 of us, my hubby, my 3 kiddos, beautiful teenage childrens, and myself. And we do family blankets pretty often. Not as often as we all would like, but I feel like that would get a bit monotonous for the YouTube channel, just to every month have a family blanket. So we switch things up a bit. But this month we're having a Clue-based, registered trademark, not my trademark, Clue-based, right? Family blanket. So each night we choose a color, and we were kind of doing family activities. We kind of fell off of that because I spaced these out so much. I spaced them out so much. I wasn't planning on spacing them out this much, but then it's kind of been a bit more fun. It's kind of like leading up to a little bit more excitement, I feel like. And then that way we can mark more people and more things and more places, more nouns off the list. And so that's kind of cool too. So anyway, everyone picks color, yarn, possibly an activity, and there you go. So we're adding it all to our blanket. This is our blanket. I have several of you that are joining in on the fun. I will do a little voiceover. If you want to join in now, go ahead, feel free. But I have several of you that have sent photos and things in. I'm going to add them at the end of this video, and I will do a little voiceover because it gets really fun. So alright, cool. So this is our blanket so far. So I love it. I think it's so daggum cool. I love it so much. So I was just, speak for the group, I was picking like creepy, scary colors just kind of because hubby was too, I can tell you that. But Squirrely Dan, okay, it was like, watch me step my game up, and then he did. So I knew, because it's green, right, that all worked out. Right? Yeah. Okay. This green right here, Squirrely Dan picked, and that was for Freddy Krueger. That's what he picked this for. Look at there. And then Finn just happened to pick this one, so it worked out. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, it just happened to work out. Well then, this bright yellow was also Squirrely Dan, and it was because he's like, it's we don't glamorize serial killers in this family. I feel like that's very important. YouTube's probably gonna like demonetize this whole entire deal. Anywho, this one is for Pennywise or John Wayne Gacy, he said, because of, that whole thing. If you know, you know. But anyway, so yeah, that's what he's like, well, it's supposed to be like a murdery blanket, and I'm like, you're not wrong. So anyway, but yeah, so it's for Pennywise, or there you go. So I was like, I didn't even think about like something completely different. I was just thinking creepy-ish colors, which would be like black, red, black, red. So there you go. Anyway, he got way cooler than that. Pennywise and stuff. So anyway, all right. So, our last color that we added in was Bee's color, and it is the, I love this cotton spark. In the color Black Sparkle. So it looks really cool. We have 2 glittery colors so far. Really pretty. The purple, also like some kind of witchy shimmer. I don't know. It's fun. So anywho, that's our blanket so far. So then, that's what we're doing. Everyone chose colors, all those things. I can't decide if I want to tell you guys that or who we're marking off the list first. Yes, we'll do colors since we're just talking about the blanket and we mark people off. All right. So, let's see. So then next was Finn, or is Finn, should I say? There's a hook in there. That's fun. I didn't know that. Okay. Let's see what size, just for fun's sake. Magic trick. Thank you. All right, so 3.5. Cool. Cool times. All right, so this is what Finn picked to go next. Big twist, a light purple. He was just picking colors because I was like, who's that for? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, cool. Even better. So going back to purple, which I'm kind of stoked about because that'll be really pretty. So next is the light purple, and then it was Bee's Day. It's all right, that ain't right. No, I just realized you wrote that down wrong. I'm a goob. Okay, yeah, I'm a total goober. We're gonna have to, I don't even know. Right there, just kidding. So this was Bee's Day, so then we're starting back over with Derek. That's how that works. So JK on this one, not yet. All right, so anyway, next then would be Derek's Day because we would be starting over, I swear. Anywho, right. Derek chose black. So I'm using mainstay in the color black, just regular mainstay. But it's gonna be right next to the black. It's already there. All right, that'll work. That purple is really gonna look cool. That'll work too. That black will still look really cool next to the black sparkles. So got those on it. I'm using my 5.5 hook and doing 2 rounds of each color. I don't know what the heck I did there. Sorry about that. Just kidding. If you happen to be following along on our colors, Miss Shirley, I'm so sorry about that. Little trip up of confusion. It's black. It's not purple. I'm sorry. All right. So hello. All right. Black. And next would be my color. And for my color, I chose white. Because I'm just that exciting. Because like I said, I was just like creepy colors. I don't know. So, you know, hey. But it gets better, I promise. Much like life, it gets better. So, alright. So, there's that. Black, white. And then, next was Squirrely Dan's Day. For Squirrely Dan's Day, they said we kind of did have, like, I haven't been on here for a little bit. We've done somewhat activities and things. So for his day, we went to like the city around us or whatever and just kind of window shopped and walked around and just got out for a little bit. Went and got a few groceries because just things here are crazy expensive. Anyway, just like a couple of little things, nothing too exciting. But yeah, anyway, just went, walked around, got out for a bit. It's Squirrely Dan's Day. So, And then, let's see. He chose, for his color, what was that? There we go. He chose Red Heart Super Saver in Patty Green. This is for creatures, or the creature, should I say, from the Black Lagoon. So he's like on it with his colors. I'm pretty excited about it. So then it'll go like these. So yes, but for the creature from the Black Lagoon. All right, then was Finn's day. Poor Finn, dadgum. Like I said, it's like purple. There's a reason I was tripped up and confused. I will just tell you that. Initials had a lot to do with it. I didn't write an F. All right, so anyway, let's see. Oh, for his day, he wanted to just like hang out, watch TV. We started watching 1823. He is into it. So, Derek and I have watched that when we're like partway through 1823, and then, you know, there's Yellowstone. And so anyway, obviously we started with Yellowstone, went kind of backwards-ish. Well, Yellowstone, 1823, obviously, or 1880, whatever it is. What is it? 1886, and then 1923. And anyway, but, we asked if they wanted to watch it. And he's like, well, which one should we start with? And I was like, well, I mean, I guess, like, you know, where it all began. So he's really into it. But yeah, so we watched that for his day. Purple. Poor kid. Dadgummit. Alright, so that'll be by that. I'm here for that. I like green and purple together. So, alrighty. And then it was B's day again. And B chose. Where we go. Alright. B chose Yarn Bee Classic Comfy in the color white. And this color and her next color are for Michael Myers, because she kind of was like, hey, that's a cool, fun idea to like add them for whatever. So, all right. Yes, so that'll be pretty. And then, let's see. Then it was back to Derek's day. For Derek's day, he chose Blood Red is what he said. So mainstay acrylic in the color, I believe it's just red because it's mainstay. I've noticed I like hold things further away so I can read them. Yep, red. I didn't used to have to do that, and I've said that in a live I think a while back, but it was just like, okay, wait, what is that? Officially there. All right. But yeah, mainstay red. For his night was the night that we did the cookout and stuff, and so he like cooked out, had a barbecue, and we sat outside on the lawn and watched Labyrinth outside, which is one of my like top 3 very favorite movies. I could watch that movie on repeat over and over and over. I know it almost word for word. It's kind of ridiculous. Did you say hello? Hello, that's what it is. Did you say hello? No, I said hello, but that's close enough. So, anyway, I love Labyrinth. So yeah, we sat out there, watched that. Good times. The color red. Alright. Then was my color. So I don't know, mine aren't exciting because everyone else's are fun, so I'm like trying to pick neutrals and stuff. No, mine is Big Twist. Gray. Medium gray, which I like grays, so there it is. So, not that exciting. Then Squirrely Dan, and he chose Big Twist Olive Green, and he chose this for Predator. See how fun he is? He's a fun time. So then that'll be by that. I think it's gonna be way cool. So, let's see. And then okay, that's right. Then after that was Squirrely Dan, or like I said, Squirrely Dan chose this green, and then Finn chose this green. So Finn chose Big Twist Light Green. So you have the greens by each other, so I think that's kind of cool. So it even goes even more into like the creepiness, I suppose. I don't know. Okay, then whoop, everything's gonna fall. Then we have Bee's Day, and she chose Big Twist of Varsity Blue. And the other day, I know tonight is technically her day, we're like caught up as of this video or whatever, but yeah, the other day we finished The Last of Us. That's kind of her like show that she's been watching, that we've been watching, should I say. But yeah, that's like her jam. So anyway, we finished The Last of Us. That was a pretty fun time. So all right, as far as Squirrely Dan, he wants to have a movie night and a game night, and so I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to tonight. If we do tonight, it'll be later. So anywho, yeah, have a game night and hang out. So to say that I have a few colors to add to it is a bit of an understatement. Shirley, I'm really sorry that it's been a while since I've been on here. Shirley, in case y'all haven't figured it out, is making or using the same colors as us, which I think is way cool. So sorry, Shirley. You have a ways to go as well as myself. So all right, so one more time, just because, and for Shirley's sake, because I got it all kerfuffled in the first. All right, so after the black and green glitter, we did this one. After this one, black, because I said light purple and it's not black. They're all underneath each other now. White, Patty Green, the creature from the Black Lagoon. How you doing? Light purple, white, mainstay red, Big Twist medium gray, oh gosh, Big Twist olive green, Big Twist light green, Big Twist varsity blues. Varsity blue. I call it varsity blues because of the movie, like every time. But so her colors then are white and blue, and so those are for Michael Myers. So that was the whole thing there. So she got in on the fun too. So yes, all right. So that's where we are as far as colors. All caught up. Need to add that. I think here in a minute I might go and do a live and just say hello. Very quickly, just if you're watching this and if you're whatever, the part of the, I want to get on there and just like crochet and chat, but also free shipping in the Squid and the Whale shop this weekend. All right, cool. Anyway, if it's in the shop, all right, cool. So anyway, yes, so back to the Gnormville fun. So for per our last meeting, I suppose, right? Everyone kind of had like an input, like a little bit of an input, because like I said, we're playing detectives here whilst we wait for the proper authorities to show up. So we all have opinions, and that's amazing. So if you guys have any idea of who you might think like who done it, put it down in the email, or in the email, put it down in the comments below. So there were several guesses of who it might be, where it may have taken place, what the potential weapon may have been. So I'm going to tell you who it's not. I'm not going to read all of the things just because at this point I feel like that might be too much to read who people thought it was, where people thought it took place, things like that, just because. So all right. So this is our very professionally laid out list. All right, so our suspects that we still have are Miss Huxley, Dr. Draven, Colonel Cornelius, Miss Fontaine, Mrs. Ledger, Mrs. Abernathy, Professor Collymore, and Professor Cromwell. We also have the Gnormville Burger Shack, the Gnormville Candy Shop, the local yarn store, the Halloween house, the farm, craft fairs, crafting caravan, and down the rabbit hole. Weapons, crochet hook, tape measure, yarn, stitch marker. Alrighty. I can tell you all, without a doubt in my mind, that it is not, where's he at? Professor Cromwell. You can mark him off our list. Is not Professor Cromwell. So in case you guys want to play along, also down below, I will have a list of all of the things, and if they're marked off, there's a little asterisk next to it, so you know it's like, pretend like it's not there. Alright, cool. So, I can also tell you the weapon was not a stitch marker. Even though that would have been a pretty brutal way to go, I feel like it was not a stitch marker. Alright. I can tell you the locale was not the local yarn store. This is some squiggly little lines. Did not go down at the local yarn store. Also, I can tell you that it didn't happen down the rabbit hole. And that's what I know. So, we still have several different people, several different things. Just saying. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to put this little bit right here. Just for fun, I'm going to tell you also, to whittle these down just a smidge, to tell you that it's also not Dr. Draven. Got an extra one because it took me an extra day or two to get this video out. So, our potential suspects are Miss Huxley, Colonel Cornelius, Miss Fontaine, Mrs. Ledger, Mrs. Abernathy, Professor Collymore. Possible scenes: Burger Shack, Candy Shop, Halloween House, Farm, Craft Fairs, Crafting Caravan. Weapons, crochet hook, tape measure, yarn. Let's see. Yep. So, there you go. I can tell you those. If you win it, you get a prize. If you guess them and get them correctly. Alright, cool. So, those are the ones we have left. I promise I have a dress on. My goodness gracious. Sorry about that. Anyway, those are the ones that we have left. I want to just look at that. Also, like I said, I will link them all down below. So you still have several guesses left. Oh no. It's already the 21st. So I'm going to get on it. On adding these in and make a few more videos over the next couple days to kind of dwindle them down. So I need your guesses. Y'all have any guesses? Let me know. Alrighty. And I think that's all that we do. I feel like there's something else. There will be photos at the end of the things that people are making for this, which is way cool. And a little funny, because I like a little funny. Also, our creepy intro and outro that has photos of Gnormville, in case y'all haven't figured out that's what that is yet, which I feel like you probably have. But yes, Gnormville creepy photos, because where else would it be? Alright. So, I thank you for being part of this dramatic, party that just happened upon us, right? We just all came here for fun. It was not supposed to be like this, but please remember throughout our evening and throughout the event that this is in fact still an open crime scene. Everyone is a suspect. Let's all be honest. Now, especially that we know that it could be any of us. Oh no. Anyone could be a suspect. Watch where you step. Watch who you talk to. Watch who you... I don't trust no one currently, I guess. I don't really know. So, alright. Until we convene again for our next little meeting. I never know how to end these. Anyway, but yeah, mostly. Watch pay attention. Mostly, probably. Pay attention to what your neighbors say. Your friends at the party. Also, watch what you say to one another, just in case. You never know. So, could be anyone. Alright. Okay, beautiful Miss Shirley made this one. This is her cat, Emily. And she made this a rectangle granny, so she stitched 2 granny squares together to make it the rectangle shape. I think it's so cool. Kitty cat approved, which is super awesome. And beautiful Miss Margaret made this. This is her drunken granny. I love the scrappy vibes. I think it's so neat. So thank you both so much for sharing.